Hello and welcome to Wheel Tapping Sidings. These are going to be your quick little primers to help you learn 18xx. In this episode, we're going to talk about some of the key differences that happen between your standard Euro games that you may be used to playing and what separates them from 18xx. First up, concept number one is that there are two sets of money. There is your personal money. This is used for buying interest in other companies and things throughout the game. And then there is the treasury. The treasuries are the individual company's money, and that's going to be their funding that they're going to use to buy trains, tracks, tokens, and other things throughout the game. At the end of the game, the treasury money means nothing, but the score is based solely on your personal finance. So the personal money that you have accumulated throughout the game and wealth in other companies, that's going to be what determines the win. So managing the money between yourself, your companies, and back and forth is where a lot of fun in these games lie. So know the difference between the two. Next up, number two is going to be ownership of companies can change. Whether that's through a direct action where somebody steals a company or whether somebody dumps a company on somebody else, don't get married to owning a single company, as that can tend to lead to a very myopic view of the game and it can really hinder you in a lot of cases. So understand that ownership is fluid and it's based on shares. So whoever has the most shares in the company will be the president of the company, and that can change at different points throughout the game. So just be advised that that can happen to you or you can make it happen to somebody else. Number three, the rules governing the game actually change throughout the game and cause events to happen. We call this phases. So phases throughout the game are going to determine things like the trains that are available, the tiles you're able to lay, how many you can lay, also what you can upgrade, what you can't. It can also determine how many trains a company can have, whether you can buy privates in, and a whole host of other things can be determined by the phase that you are in. So understanding the game phases of the game you are playing is going to be key to making sure you don't get caught out when your trains are about to rust, or at least you'll know it's coming and you can be prepared for it. So learn the phase charts is number three. And then number four is understanding that turn order changes throughout a game, just like a lot of games, but there's actually two sets of turn orders. And what I mean by that is that there's a turn order for your personal money, and that is during a stock round. Each individual player will be acting on their own behalf, buying or selling shares, opening companies, and doing other things permitted during a stock round. When we go into an operating round, turn order is determined by the companies. Typically, this is driven by the value of the company, starting with the richest, going to the least, and that value is based on the share price. And then the actual president of the company will operate that company. And then they determine how the funds are used and throughout. And then turn order will continue that way until we get back to a stock round, and then it'll go back to being priority deal. So we'll do a whole thing on priority deal as we come up to the stock rounds, just so that you can understand why you may want to manipulate it, how it works, and what the common methods for determining it are. So I hope you found that useful and enjoyable. Please like, subscribe, do all the buttony things. We're going to be working through this series in the next month or two. So if you have questions, let me know. So I hope we'll see you for the next one, which is going to be covering the basics of a stock round. So we'll see you then.